79 fire caused quite a scare in the backcountry. Details coming up.
This fire is not contained, and we remain under an immediate threat.
A fast-moving wildfire forces evacuations near Malibu.
Hurricane-force winds pound the East County, but the worst of the winds have left. Because of the high winds, SDG&E shut off the power here in Ramona, and people who live in the area are not happy about it. They share their frustration.
The holiday shopping season is the Super Bowl for the U.S. Postal Service. I go behind the counter to see what it's like as a clerk for the day.
It's the feel-good holiday follow-up we've all been waiting for. Two San Diego sisters are about to receive a visit from the San Diego Honda dealers.
CBS 8 News live at 6 starts right now.
We begin tonight with a fire in San Diego's backcountry that gave people who live near Barrett Junction quite a scare today. But tonight, crews appear to have the upper hand. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. That fire broke out during peak fire weather conditions along Highway 94 earlier today. The high winds and dry brush in the area could have made things much worse had crews not responded as quickly as they did.
CBS 8's Kirsten Holmes joins us live with the details. And Kirsten, we're just learning that 2 firefighters have been hurt out there. What can you tell us?
Yeah, I just got off the phone with Mike Cornett with CAL FIRE, and he's telling me that there are 2 firefighters who are hurt right now on this mountain pass where the Border 79 fire started. One of those firefighters has major injuries and has to be airlifted to the hospital. The chopper's on the way to get them right now, and then the other firefighter will be transported by ground to the nearest hospital so that they can get help. Again, 2 firefighters are hurt, one with major injuries. We're hoping that they will be okay, but we are waiting on the helicopter to get here and take those firefighters to safety. Remember, it was a really scary start to the day for people here in Barrett Junction, as far away as Del Sur and Tecate, as the Border 79 fire started with wind gusts anywhere between 40 and 60 miles per hour.
We're used to these high winds, we're used to fire danger. Most of us in the area here are fairly well prepared, generators and things like that, and we expect to have power outages. I was just planning on going in to get some propane for my generator. I didn't think that I was going to have to worry about the whole place, losing everything, and so it's scary.
Robert Crane lives near where the Border 79 fire broke out near Barrett Junction. He says what they weren't ready for was losing his internet.
Most importantly today, that's how I get emergency notices and things like that. The time that we rely the most on communication is during emergencies.
Robert says he didn't know he was in danger until he got into an area where he finally was able to get cell service.
All of a sudden my phone connects, and the next thing you know, I'm getting all these warnings. And apparently we have a fire up on the mountain here, and I'm in an evacuation area. We feel safe now, but that wasn't the case a couple hours ago. We're pretty nervous.
CAL FIRE says the Border 79 fire started at 10:52 Tuesday morning, and they were able to get a handle on it quickly. Wind gusts of up to 23 miles per hour did not help at all, but by noon, they had the fire at 10% containment. By 3 o'clock, the Border 79 fire had 50% containment, when at its peak, 175 firefighters were out in this steep, rugged terrain doing everything they could from the ground and the air to put out what could have been a devastating wildfire. Now, about 100 firefighters will work overnight.
Making sure that we have control lines around the fire. We're completely mopping up the fire so we have 100% containment.
Mike Cornett with CAL FIRE says there's an app to help notify people in case of an emergency called Genesis Protects. He says you can download it on your phone and get real-time updates from San Diego County officials and CAL FIRE. Mike says to stay safe, download Genesis Protects and make sure you and your family are fire ready.
Have your evacuation plan in order, have your go bag ready, make sure that your car has enough fuel or enough electricity to get to a safety zone, and be ready to evacuate at a moment's notice.
Okay, so the latest information we have out here right now is 2 firefighters have been hurt. One has sustained major injuries and will need to be airlifted to the hospital. The other will be taken by the ground or by traveling by car to the nearest hospital. Again, 2 firefighters have been hurt. They're keeping a few firefighters out here to make sure that the fire is out and stop the forward spread and keep it contained. But again, 2 firefighters hurt out here at the Border 79 fire. We'll stay on top of this story for you as it develops. For now, reporting for CBS 8, I'm Kirsten Holmes. Back to you.
Thanks, Kirsten. And we'll keep an eye on that situation, update you on the firefighters' condition. We're wishing them well right now as well.
Meteorologist Sean Stiles has more on what we can expect for tonight. Sean?
We're looking at an improving weather pattern in the sense that winds are starting to die down, but boy, did we see some wind gusts today. The National Weather Service will allow this red flag warning to expire as of 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. So as the morning and afternoon progresses, these winds will die off even more. But man, oh man, take a look at these winds out there. Sill Hill, 95 miles per hour. Buckman Springs, 80. Alpine and West San Isabel, 72, 74 in Banning and Otay Mountain at 71. Highs around the county, we told you it would be a little bit cooler than what a normal Santa Ana. No 80s or 90s, upper 70s, coastline mid 60s. And as far as the winds, take a look at this. They die down by the early morning hours. In the foothills, the mountains still 30 plus miles per hour. Julian, by the afternoon, evening, you'll see those winds back off. Looking at your 3-day forecast here, yeah, that's a chance of some showers in San Diego on Thursday as we do a 180. We'll keep the weather impact in place for the inland microclimates for the morning, but by the afternoon, we're all done. We'll have more on this in just a bit.
Remember, for the latest weather conditions and alerts on the go, you can download our free CBS 8 app from Google Play or the Apple App Store. Right now, more than 1,000 firefighters are working to contain a wildfire that forced the evacuation of thousands up in Malibu.
Danya Backus shows us the nearly 3,000-acre fire has already destroyed homes and threatened the campus of Pepperdine University.
Look how crazy this is. The wildfire raging in the mountains of Malibu, California spread rapidly overnight, destroying several homes and more than 1,000 acres in less than 24 hours.
I know the house is gone. I went back in there and to try to find the horses, but it was too dangerous. We had to just get out of there as quickly as we could. As thousands of people were ordered to evacuate, students in their last week of the semester at Pepperdine University sheltered in place.
Last night, we were here for all of it, through the thick of it.
One student captured this video showing the flames inching closer as others took cover in the library.
You just saw the flames coming up over the hill, and at first it was not a problem because they were like, the wind is blowing parallel and not in our direction. And I think about maybe 5 minutes later they were like, it's in our direction.
To get control of this wind-driven fire that's hitting this rugged mountainous terrain, firefighters are attacking from the air.
We're in the middle of December, and yet we're experiencing yet another wildfire in Southern California.
The Santa Ana winds also fueled the deadly mountain fire that erupted in Ventura County last month, torching about 200,000 acres and destroying more than 200 homes.
Over 100 assets were pre-positioned by the state of California, 55 engines specifically, aircraft as well.
Red flag warnings remain in effect for Southern California through Wednesday. Danya Backus, CBS News, Malibu, California.
And back here in San Diego, gusty winds were the big hazard in Far East County, especially for drivers. The wind was so powerful, you see it flipped several big rigs along Interstate 8 near Alpine. Crews had to fight the wind and gravity to hoist the trucks upright before towing them away and clearing traffic. Some good news here, no one was hurt.
Those strong winds are also prompting SDG&E to implement its public safety power shutoffs. Thousands of customers remain in the dark tonight, and that includes some in the community of Ramona.
CBS 8's Steve Price spent the day out there and discovered that a lot of people are not happy about SDG&E's actions.
Major frustration here in Ramona. SDG&E turned off the power around 6 last night, saying the wind made it too dangerous. People here say, yeah, it's windy, but it's been worse in the past, and they didn't turn off the power then. And now they're being told they could be without electricity for several days. A dumpster filled with food.
It breaks my heart to throw away meat, you know. An animal died for that. I have a problem with that, and it's expensive, and people need it.
Victoria Bradley owns Ramona Family Naturals, a small grocery store in the heart of Ramona. So small that she doesn't have a generator.
You know, we were hoping the power would be back on this morning, and it's not.
She wishes she could have given the food away, but it was too much of a liability. Plus, no one else in town has the electricity to safely store it, and SDG&E says this could last a while. The wind is definitely blowing out here, knocked down some branches, but no major damage reported.
This is not the kind of storm you would expect to shut down this much of a city and cause this much of a challenge to the vulnerable populations.
Tim Conley calls himself the honorary mayor of Ramona.
I do love Ramona.
Which is why his heart breaks as he looks down Main Street. Businesses that rely on Christmas sales to survive shut down.
This is going to really put a strain that will last the town more than just several days, especially the businesses here. So these Main Street businesses won't recoup this money. This is when they make their money.
With the exception of a few places that have generators, no one has power. Even the traffic lights are out. At the library, SDG&E set up a community resource center where people could charge their phones and get ice. But that's it.
I hope this never happens again. I hope that they can figure a way out that we don't have to have multiple days without power.
At this point, SDG&E is estimating the power here won't be restored until Friday afternoon.
If it stays out till Friday, like they're saying, I can't even wrap my brain around it. I refuse.
In Ramona, Steve Price, CBS 8.
Thank you, Steve. And this just in, a number of schools will be closed again tomorrow as a result of the weather and power shutoffs.
That includes Alpine Union, Dehesa, Hamul Dolzura Union, and the Julian Union Elementary and High School districts.
Schools in the Mountain Empire, Spencer Valley, and Warner Unified School Districts will also be closed.
Plus, we're told that the Verona Indian Charter School and the Lakeside Union School District and the Vivian Banks Charter School and the Bonsall Unified School District will also be closed due to those power shutoffs.
San Diego supervisors take a stand on using county resources for federal immigration enforcement. That's still ahead.
Plus, the autopsies of a Navy SEAL and Chinese tourist are released more than a year after their skeletal remains were found in a San Diego desert. Why the reports raise more questions than give any answers when we come back.